Hello. Right now I'm here with Aiden Calvin from Beyond the Summit and EndGameTV. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking me to do this. This is I love opportunities to just like talk about the game and talk about the community. So, appreciate it. And yeah, having a good day so far. Um, yeah, that's about it.
Nice. I noticed that there aren't a lot of like community outlets, I guess, for like TOs to like on video besides like Melee'd on Me, which like they don't have time to get together anymore. And so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah, there's no like outlet for TOs to like give like I guess an inside baseball kind of look into like what's going on.
for sure.
So
Uh,
you going into BTS specifically going into COVID, right? You your first event was your first summit was 9, right? The one that you like properly worked.
yeah, I think Summit 9 was the first one. The first Melee Summit I formally worked. So Ultimate Summit 2 was the first Summit event I think I worked on as an employee. But then Summit 9 came a few months later, and then I was like more in the lead like on that project. Like I was working with another one of my coworkers, JJ, who's also a project manager at the company,
Mm.
and that was kind of my uh like half-owned summit, I guess. And then Slime was still working there at the time too, and he was really involved in that project. And then from that project onwards, I've fully owned the Smash projects, I guess.
Nice. So thinking about it that way, you go from Summit 9 immediately into COVID online events. How was that
Yeah.
transition for like the entire company?
I think like as a company, there's always like that weird there was a weird transition period where I think a lot of BTS's like history and stake is in its first party events. Like a lot of the company's identity is like through the Dota summits that it was originally like built upon, and Dota casting in general, and then Smash summits like not too long after that, and things like Counter Strike Summit. So this year, like with in-person events gone, the company just went through kind of a transition period, pivoting some of our business more towards like third-party stuff, where we work like white label for
Mm.
other companies that might want us to work on an event for them. And then with that pivot, there was discussions internally about like what games we could still do first party events for, how would they be possible, could they be good, could you like capture the summit atmosphere in an online environment. So like all those questions came up for each like property or like event series we've had. And then some have like successfully transitioned to like online iterations. Unfortunately, like other games, I mean, like Ultimate comes to mind. We haven't done any
Yeah.
online Ultimate events. Um, and it just kind of like depended on like how kind of the read on the community and like the reception of what that online event would be like and what we could like carry over in an online environment. And if like rollback like had not been introduced, we wouldn't have done. I don't think we would have done any online melee events.
And so when you were in those talks, it was before rollback released, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so we had like kind of a slight idea of what was going on. So it was kind of funny. Like Fizzy came up to me at Smash Summit 9, and also spoke with like Ken. So I think we were together. I
Mm.
can't remember the exact conversation. He came up to me alone at some point while we were eating, and basically said that I have like a really big project that's going to be coming up in a few years, and I want to talk to you more about it. And then we had a little like sneak peek before the official release, and like had an idea that it would be approaching. But that was like even then, that was like maybe a month or maybe a month after, or 2 months after the pandemic really hit the U.S. So there was definitely a month-long period where it was like kind of Smash was probably off the table, because there just wasn't a reasonable way of like doing a large-scale competition. And then obviously that all changed once the announcement was like made public, and we started talking to Fizzy about like what we could potentially like collaborate on and like what he'd be able to provide the event. and then the Champions League was the end result several months later.